A lot of people will interview real estate agents, but then when it comes to lenders, I'm always shocked at the fact that they don't really interview multiple lenders. They may do like a rate check, but are you finding that a lot of people are just like, okay, I'm just going to go with whatever lender I speak with first, whoever has the best rate? Is that kind of like what you find a lot of times?
Half and half. I mean, sometimes people, if I get if they're referred to me by their real estate agent, which it's a lot of my referrals, it comes with a pretty trusting right off the jump customer. The other half are there's a lot of rate shoppers that they lead with rate, which anybody that's listening is the wrong way to talk business about a mortgage. There's so much more, and there's so many other important things that are just as equal as important as a rate. And if you lead with rate, then you're leaving yourself vulnerable in other areas. And then there's other people that do their due diligence that want to know who I am. And I don't blame them because I'm handling their financial portfolio. So you just don't want to hand over all your important documents to just anybody. You want to at least get to know who that person is a little bit.
Let's talk about some questions that people should be asking in the event that they're not getting a recommendation or a referral from a friend, a colleague, or a real estate agent, and when they're interviewing loan officers. Number one, I would simply ask, what is the percentage of your purchase business compared to refi business?
As of recently, the refi margin is a little slightly higher. It's probably about 60-40, where I'm 60% purchase, 40% refi. But in the previous years prior to the interest rates dropping, it was about probably 70 or 80% purchase and 20% refi.
Question number two is, what is the difference between using a bank, okay, let's say a big box bank, versus a mortgage brokerage?
So a big box bank has other departments that have nothing to do with mortgages. So they have checking, they have savings, they have commercial loans, they have auto loans, they have wealth management. They have their hands in every part of somebody's ability to mess with financing. So,
Yep.
or money or anything financial. Like they cover a wide variety of things. Where mortgage lenders and mortgage brokers, all I do is mortgages. I don't do auto loans. I don't do HELOCs. We're a mortgage machine where we can get things done faster, where we have a lot of awesome products that some banks like depository banks wouldn't have. Maybe it's renovation loans, maybe it's condo loans, maybe it's first-time home buyer products. Yep. Some banks don't even offer government loans, which are FHA and VA and USDA, and that's a huge buyer pool that a huge demographic of buyers need those type of loans, of access to those loans, because it's the best loan for them.
What is the differences of, let's just say, closing costs? Like, what do you charge for closing costs? How do you answer that? It's such a loaded question.
Before they put a deposit down on a house, before they spend money on a home inspection, before they spend money on an appraisal, they should be reviewing their closing costs with their lender. And closing costs an interest rate have a direct marriage with each other. You could have a very, 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 very low rate and have very expensive closing costs. You could have a fair market rate and have standard closing costs, or you could have a high rate and have no closing costs. So understanding where the loan officer is building the mortgage and what their intention is to do with the closing costs and the interest rate is something that needs to be spoken about and can be spoken about right away. It's an educational element that not a lot of loan officers go through with their clients. I think it's because they don't want to show their cards. Like, here, I don't want to show you what I'm going to charge you, because now you'll know, and then you could, find somebody to do it cheaper. Me, I have a completely different perspective on it. I rather be as transparent and honest and open and thorough about all of it, because at the end of the day, I don't want any surprises at the end of the day when I close the loan. I want to let you know exactly what you're up against.